Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel sifunde incwadi ebhalwe ngolimi lwethu lesiZulu bese siza la sizokhuluma ngazo le indaba esuke sizifundile. Senzela laba phela abasuke bengenaso isikhathi sokuthi bayifunde incwadi nalabo abasuke benqena nje ukufunda. Guys, if you are interested in listening to stories zesiZulu, by the way, you do not have to read the book. I read the book and tell the story to you. So please subscribe to my other channel called Zulu Books by uNtando Mdletshe. Siyaphinda futhi sibuka ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sokhuluma ngawo lama shows, senza ama-reviews or ama-recaps bese siyaphinda futhi sikhuluma nga-any other issues avuka uma ngabe lama shows sesiwabukile kwi-TV. Uma ngabe uqala usijoyina namhlanje and you really like our content, do not forget to press the subscribe button la ngezansi bese uyaphinda futhi upressa i-notification bell eduze kuka-subscribe ukuze phela uthole umyalezo uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. Kanti futhi if ufuna ukuba imember yale channel, pressa ujoin button la ngezansi bese uyaphinda futhi upressa ulandela ama-instructions abazobe bekunika wona on how to become a member. Namhlanje na-ke we are doing the third episode of Mnakwethu season 3. You all know how I feel about this show, but we won't stop reviewing it and we won't stop complaining because people are like, if you don't like the show, just stop watching it. No, we won't stop. We will watch it and we will make noise about the mistreatment of women that we are going to do. Anyway, you guys, namhlanje ubaba uMseleko was joined by uqinisela. Was it uqinisela xaba uthi wasekholenzo okuyena ubhutiko ofuna isithembu. The difference about this man was that he is married, because kunabantu phela abavele bafike lana umuntu akalobolile akanjani uzofuna unkosikazi wesibili engena unkosikazi wokuqala. One thing number 2, there is no number 1. At least ke lo no number 1 nobolile unkosikazi bashada ngo-2014 and uthi okay bashade ngo-2014. Okay, that's when they met. Umakoti wakhe uSilindi, igama lakho Silindile uMiya, uthi uhlangane naye uqiniseka ena 15. There was my age ena 15. I'm like, that was young. Angithola nge-age kaqiniseka, by the way, ukuthi yena ungakanani. Uthe uhlangane naye ena 15 and then after isikhathi ke wambona ukuthi ayi serious ngokuthi ufuna ukuthi ayovela kubo. So it's like bekufanele yena uSilindile ahambe ayovela lapha yana kaXaba, and then ke bese yasuka ke kusho seseyovela ke kubo mhlawumbe seyocela ke mangabe that's the way they do things ke bobabili. And then ngo-2014 ke base beyashada ke uthi banengane ezo2 abafana amantombazana awu2 nomfana oyedwa. So umndeni ophelele muhlu ulokhuzana uSilindile uMiya uqedile nje usisoqedile umbona ukuthi unit right uyayithanda, you know, naye ulokhuzana uXaba uqinisela ubhudo right nje impela uclean obukekayo kodwa ukuthi nje umuntu ngizengimbuka ngehlo lokuthi ngicasukile mangibuka umntakwethu ngoba ngizongicasula ukuthi lo muntu uzosukela unkosikazi nje uzombangela istress nje, you know, but ke nje if I'm trying ukuthi ngingajudge, you know, they look like a really nice looking couple. And if you imagine ifamily yabo being complete with those 2 girls and a boy, you know, you can see ukuthi okay umndeni all right lona. And so ke ubaba uMseleko obviously uqale amithe with the person ombhalele, which is uqinisela ke Xaba, finding out ukuthi kahle what is isicelo sakho ufuna ukwenzani, which vele uyasho ukuthi ufuna ukuthatha unkosikazi wesibili. This is where it always gets confusing for me, you guys, because mase kufanele basho reason yokuthi umuntu wayefuna isithembu kuye kungiconfuse ngoba baye bangacaci, kuye kube i-reason engangicacile kahle. Do you want isithembu because after ushadile you met someone else that you fell in love with and you're thinking you don't want to let this person go, but you also don't want to let your wife go, so you want to get married? I've never heard umuntu really being honest and say that. So they always come with these reasons abafuna zisound so deep ukuthi ngifuna ukwandisa umndeni futhi ngiphuphile phupha ini inkukhu ikati igundwane because they wanted to sound serious instead of saying no, I met my wife, I fell in love, and then a few years later I met another one, I fell in love. Now I don't want to let go of any of them, you know. So I would rather just hurt their feelings and get what I want selfishly. Nobody has ever been this honest. Anyway ke uyasho ukuthi okay, uMazondi lo owesibili, uMazondi, remember ulona uXaba benoMiya, they met in 2014, which means a year later in 2015. We are assuming it's a year later because it might not be a year later, it could be even a few months later, but they got married in 2014. 2015 they met yena noMazondi. So a year later this man was already cheating on his wife. So he meets uMazondi, uyamtshela ukuthi no, nginonkosikazi engimlobolile ngamqeda sashada. So then but now ngiyathanda ukuthi sithandane. And this was a really different kind of a woman because she was like, oh, you have a partner, nishadile, but I am okay with it, I will date you too, you know. Because well and that's as women sometimes we just do that. Nobody knows why, we just do. We do it, you know, we do it to each other. So yeah, now kumsele kuyabuza ukuthi okay, so why ufuna isithembu? And then we are sure, number one, I think uqale kahle lo bhuti ekuchazini indaba yokuthi unkosikazi wakhe akashodi ngalutho. There's nothing wrong with his wife, there's nothing missing from his wife, there's nothing eshodayo kunkosikazi wakhe, everything ulokhuzana uMiya is perfect, everything is fine ngoMiya. So that is not the reason as efuna ukuthatha unkosikazi wesibili. Into efuna ukuthatha unkosikazi wesibili is that ufuna ukwandisa umndeni wakubo. Okay, and ulona ke Mseleko always wants to find out a little bit more about the family. Mayibuza imbuzo about the family, he finds out ukuthi lona he has 5 more brothers abangakashadi. So Mseleko asks ukuthi so what if ufuna ukwandisa umndeni, how come laba bengakashadi? Because a perfect way yokuthi wandisa umndeni, if there is 6 of you as brothers, let all of them get married. Those are like 6 wives in the family. I mean, there can be as many as 30 kids between the 6 of them, you know. So why does it have to be you? That's where he goes into phela nokuthi ene bengi lento lena kunomkhulu wami wayekade ethanda isithembu noma yena engazange azasenza isithembu. And then I also dreamt uthi uphupheni uthi uphupheni phuphi and amakhosikazi awu 2. Did you dream of a snake? Where am I getting a dream of a snake mean? Dream of snake. But he dreamt nabantu about 2, you know. Vele you're going to dream nabantu about 2 because both nabantu about 2. How are you not going to dream of 2 people when you have a wife and a girlfriend? So see, I dreamt having 2 people, you know. And like, yeah, that makes sense. Really, you have 2 people. So when even in your dreams you have 2 people. So even in your dreams you are going to dream of 2 people, you know. So I think he just wanted it to sound like, you know, it's spiritual. Lento ukuthi ufuna uchita more freely. Because that's what this table is sometimes, because really you'll be looking for a reason and ungayitholi, you know. And yawaphupha kwabanjani, and then you go wayizwa ke le baba uMseleko. So ngokusho kwakhe ulokhuzana uXaba is like mabehlangana with uMazondi vele he knew he wanted to take her as a wife too. Kanti vele futhi noMaXaba, when he met her the very first time that he saw her, he knew ukuthi this was going to be unkosikazi wakhe. So it really sounded like he fell in love with his wife, and I guess even his wife fell in love with him. So yeah, it was a perfect match until a year later after their marriage. You know, then he met uMazondi. And then he get Mseleko says the most the famous statement esithi le ndoda le yabona le ndoda lena le yabona ke le ndoda yathembisa le ndoda leni ukuthi ingasimela isithembu, yabo. I'm still waiting for him to say hayi le ndoda lena hayi yabona ke namhlanje enebhuti nje nasingamsukela unkosikazi wakho because ayikho lento ofuna ukuyicela. I'm waiting for that episode, but he says yabo le ndoda le yabo ayibona ukuthi ngasimela isithembu. Ishow yamadoda le yabona le ishow yamadoda noma singathini. And then again obviously it's an introduction ke kaMazondi. She gets to speak for herself and she says ukuthi uyayithanda indoda lena because iyabekezela. So he's bekezela. Where's he bekezeling when he has two women? Who wouldn't bekezela with two beautiful women? Women by his side, who wouldn't bekezela? Ubani ungahluleka ilezo simo ngempela. You know, because it's a perfect situation. Two beautiful women, you know, ready to be by your side. So who wouldn't bekezela? But yeah, kuthiwa uMiya it's not be uxaba uyabekezela. And bathi uMazondi umuntu ophansi, you know. Khona into engidinayo ngalamadoda la. Ayibe ngidini indaba ukuthi lamadoda lawo ayathanda ukuthi omamkhulu amabhubesi. Usho kanjena namhlanje ulona wathi umamkhulu ibhubesi. I hate that. They would say ukuthi o side chicks, you know, they always say side chick unomoya ophansi uzokufanele kuba omamncane. And then mase bekhuluma ngomamkhulu they like ibhubesi. Vele umamkhulu uzoba ibhubesi ngoba probably all of the problems zakho uzulaxaza lapha njengoba namanje uyomlaxazela ngenye problem on a lap now, you know. They like saying that. I don't like that. Stop that, guys. Stop it. Go cheat, but don't talk about your wife, you know. Don't be telling that side chick that your wife is a bhubesi, even if he's a bhubesi, you know. Say your wife is a beautiful dove. Say your wife is the most peaceful person that you have. Say you are the most you're the luckiest man in the whole world to have your wife, because you most probably are the luckiest man to have your wife. Stop this thing of talking about your wives to these women. Honestly, by the time these women meets your wife, vele ulindele ibhubesi, you know. It's like umnika ilokhuzana into azolwa ngayo nonkosikazi wakho. They already know. Unkosikazi wakho doesn't know anything about this girl, but this girl already knows something about your wife, and it's not something positive. How do you do that to your wife, eh? How do you do that to your life partner? This is what this man say ukuthi umamkhulu ibhubesi. Hey, nami ngaba ibhubesi ngibe indlovu ngibe ingwenya yonke into. Sometimes you need to ngibe inyoka futhi same time combine everything there. Uthi unkosikazi wakhe isibhubesi. I didn't understand why did he tell this woman that, and why did he even mention it on the show now? Why you mention? And he probably says that about his wife to his family. Ngoba vele banjalo labantu laba bazotshela ifamily ukuthi ngeke ngize ngikwazi ukunipha imali ibhubesi leli nkosikazi wami alifuni banjalo. Amaxoki kabi laba labantu laba. So I hate that. I hate ukuthi they do that. So bambuza ke uMazondi ukuthi wazini wazini ngolokhuzana. Babuza uMazondi ukuthi wazini ngoXaba, uthi okay akwazi ngoXaba ukuthi unonkosikazi and ushadile, vele into amtshela yona leyo right from the beginning. Uthi ke uyazi ukuthi uyazi ukuthi unomamkhulu. Uyabuza umsele ukuthi njengoba usumbiza ngomamkhulu usumamncane yini? Now I'm mamkhulu. Since when am I mamkhulu without me knowing I'm a mamkhulu? Now I've become a mamkhulu in my own house, but I don't know that I'm a mamkhulu. But I did tell you, guys, this is the only show I do where I take sides. I judge, I take sides, and I am always on mamkhulu's side, you know. Mamncane is always wrong for me. It is always wrong. I'm always on mamkhulu's side. And uxaba khona lento that he kept repeating makhulu ngendaba yesithembu ukuthi fanele phela empilweni ngibe nama challenges, almost like he takes this thing yokuthatha omunye unkosikazi is just adding a challenge for himself, you know. Because vele this whole thing is all about a man. There's never a time when isithembu is about a need of a woman ever, and in the whole process nothing considers the feelings of a woman, the thoughts, nothing. It's all about a man. Even this one coming, they believing her and taking someone else. It's just a matter of time. And umselegu, during the diary session, he says, he feels like the thing that abantu bangasithandi isithembu is because a lot of the times they don't understand the reasons, and that's why when they understand the reason, then they usually accept it. No, sometimes a wife will be just tired of fighting you on that issue, and then they'll be like, okay, because even your wives, some of them to this day, they do say that they would, if they had to redo, they wouldn't go on his team, even though some of them say they would. But umamkhulu has said she wouldn't get on his team because obviously wambelesela was what can I do? Sometimes they give in, but it's not like basese understand reason yakho. I don't think so, in my opinion anyways. So okay, and then sekwenzeka-ke ukuthi-ke manje na-ke the big thing, which is why everybody is there. Obviously they live uMazondi outside, uMiya ungaphakathi, umseleki ungena with uXaba. And obviously ulona uMiya is someone who watches the show, I think, because the minute she saw umseleki, she already knew, wavele wakhe. It was said, I don't like this show. I don't like that part of the show, I don't like the fact that kusuke surprise to the woman. It's a surprise, and nothing prepares her for that moment, and there's no support for her for that moment. Uzo overwhelming ngalento enkulu lena, kodwa no one is going to look into how this woman feels during the whole thing and also afterwards. It's like no one cares as long as a man gets his simp. Who cares about the feeling of a woman? So uvele uyakhala njena, and ke baqala kuyalona kuyasho kuba umsele ukuthi hayi ubaba ke uyindoda yesithembu, and uyaqala nobaba uthi introduce indaba ukuthi ufuna ukuthatha isithembu, but umama is like, hey, just get to the point, kahle nje ufuna ukuthini But yazi umamkhulu akabanga ibhubesi. I was expecting a bhubesi. I was very happy when they said uyibhubesi, because I was like, yeah, vele in this situation you must be a bhubesi, you must be a lion at the same time. You must be everything, masengabeki ibhubesi ube lion, But okay, but I feel like akabanga ibhubesi uzubothi le ndoda le ixoki futhi beqamba mangothi umamkhulu uyi-lion, because we didn't see any lion here. Hayi. So ke umamkhulu says, let me not call her umamkhulu because ushilo ukuthi yena akayena umamkhulu anyway. So ke bayipresenta into ukuthi ufuna ukuthatha umuntu wesibili, and she was clear. I don't even think ukuthi uqedile ukuzwa nokuthi azwa ama-reasons akhona and all that. Washo just that is not something I want to get into. Angivumi ukuthi ungilona. Kodwa uthena-ke if befuna ukukipita bangakipita, because honestly I can't stop them. But ukuthi mhlawumbe koshada kosinwa ngobuzo umsele ukuthi kushada kulotsholwe kusinwe kube njani, that is not going to happen. And then the worst, angabe kuyecelwa nje isithembu, but you don't meet this woman. More than that, ke kuthiwa nangu you must meet her, And she did say, this woman, that is what really I wasn't happy about, because she did say, I think right now it's too much. They were asking her to meet this woman. They could do it another day, but basuke befuna ukwenza that thing same day. So they're like, no, you have to meet her, whatever. But I didn't hear her agree, but they ended up fetching her as ongena-ke am-meet and what. Umsele kufika ngaphandle yami-explainela-ke lo uMazondi ukuthi hayi cha shame sinqatshiwe isithembu uthenje nomamkhulu, but-ke mhlawumbe nawe usangayikhulumela bangena-ke. And uma ngena kuthiwa kakhuluma uthi yena hayi-ke uyohlezi umamkhulu, uthi yeyi angene umamkhulu uthi uyohlezi umamkhulu, uthi no, I'm not umamkhulu, nje ngumama wala ekhaya, I guess, because there's no mamncane phela ngena umamkhulu. And uma sekuhanjwa umamkhulu uthi awe kanje ngithenga ngembizi ngomamkhulu hey nami uzongishaya uMiya uthi ene ucela ithuba lokuthi ayazi le ntombazane, you know. Honestly, you guys, I feel like it felt for me it's one of those things that were like you now have an enemy, and the worst thing you can do is not to know your enemy. And i-enemy fanele igcine la eduze la uyibukusisa. And also amantombazana anesibindi, because umuntu mayekade ethe like I don't want you in my life but woza la eduze kwami so I can get to know you, uzofa. Wena uzojabula ukuthi mamkhulu one day uzovuma, uzofa uzofa wena uzofa. Lo mamkhulu ade khala kanje, and then all of a sudden she's probably crying and be like hey lo yabona lo uzomthola, but ukuze ngimthole ithi ngithi ngifuna ukumazi, ngifile kanjalo mina. But ingasazi sobona ko happily ever after if they are chosen as ilokhuzana, as if they are casted for happily ever after season 3. Anyway, both of them kuma diary session they say ukuthi they are going to continue seeing each other, and ulona uXaba uya insist ukuthi he is going to take uMaZondi as the second wife, whether umamkhulu avuma or not. Ufeeling ngathi umamkhulu is just okwamanje nje usadiniwe, mhlawumbe usazoshintsha ingqondo ngathi, but ke ufeeling ngathi so yeah. So there it is. This is how they came. They hurt a woman's feelings and they left, which is what this show is about anyway. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please tell me what you think about it. Quick comment section bese uyayilike i-video, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.